Hey Tom, what's up? This video is going to show you how to do that macro thing that we were talking about. So I'm going to share my screen. You have sent me this tight end test rankings of your tight ends available in the draft. So we want to remove anybody on here that's already on a roster. Okay, step one, we're going to do all of this in the rosters 2016 Somifa rosters Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to send you this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say move or copy. So I'm going to right click there on the tab. So you have a tab with all your rankings. You're going to say move or copy. You're going to say, I want to copy this, create a copy. I want to copy this to the 2016 Somifa rosters and we'll move it to the end. Giving me an error here. To move or copy the destination. Okay, so it doesn't want me to, for whatever reason, it doesn't like what we're trying to do here. So we're just going to do Control A and Control C. Control A selects everything. Control C is going to move it. So we'll go over here and we'll make one called tight end. Okay. We're just going to go to the top, Control V. So now we have kind of have the same thing. If you can copy it over there, great. If you can't, because it's saying the column size don't match, whatever, just Control A, Control C, Control A to select everything, and then Control C. So there we are. We have everything that we need to know. So we need to create a macro here. We'll call it remove duplicate tight end. Push the create button. And I'll create all these for you based on names that I'm guessing. So I'm just going to copy in the code. Hold on. So I've already written this for my thing, my spreadsheet. So let's grab it from here. And let's close this out. You only have one sheet open to edit at a time. So in my thing, we're going to say view macros. We're going to say edit. We're going to grab this, copy it, close this out. I'm going to close this out. Okay, so now we're back in the Excel spreadsheet. We're going to edit this one. And what my macro does is it looks for a match on column B1, which is basically the name. So if the name's there on the rosters, you want to remove it from the tight end sheet. So this one's not called team rosters, it's called rosters. And we're going to remove it from the sheet we call tight end. And it basically is looking in column B for the values that match. Okay, so we're going to close this. And so it's going to check it's going to check all the way down here from B1 all the way to B4000, which is plenty because it only goes to like 20. It goes to like 2000. Well, 1700. So it's going to look in column B. Now, the first problem you notice is that this is first name, last name in one cell, whereas Ed has his rosters last comma first. That's not a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to insert a column here. So this is going to be B now. And we're going to start typing. If we type Rivera, comma, Michael, and hit enter, McDonald, it's going to fill everything else in. As soon as you start typing that second name, it puts it in. Now you see there's some issues here that have to be corrected by hand. CJ Fedorowicz instead of C Fedorowicz. Let's go down the list. Anything with initials you have to be careful of. But once you do that first one with initials, see it fixed CJ Ozuma. Okay, so that's good. So that's done. Now let's just look for a tight end that we know is going to be in your rankings, like Jordan Reed. Okay, so we expect when I run this macro that it will delete Jordan Reed. Because if we go over here and we type in Reed, Jordan, that's already on Nathan's roster. Okay, so here, let's give it a track. Macros, remove duplicate tight end. We're going to say run. Subscription name. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change it here. Try that again. Just make sure it's saved. I did. Okay, so we're gonna try it again. Macros, run. There. So it deleted them all out. There's no more Jordan Reed. There's no more anybody else. They're all done. You're done in a click of a mouse. All right, so let's go macros. We're going to say make a new one called, hold on. Okay, so let's go to macros. Remove duplicate QB. Let's say create. Okay, so here's remove duplicate QB. It's the same. All the macros will be listed together. So there's remove duplicate QB. We just got to change for tight ends to QBs. So your thing is you're going to need to make a tab here called QB and put it in there first name, last name. Well, let's see. I wonder if we can do this. Let's try to do this. Let's do one more. We'll say halfback. Remove duplicate halfback. Change all the TEs to HBs. All right, let's see if that works. So macros. So there we have duplicate QB, duplicate HTE, duplicate HB. Okay, well let's just add the rest of them on here. Okay, so we need we got. Let's put it in order. QB, HB, okay, so we got QB, HB. I'm not sure if we have OL for your offensive line. Maybe you have guards. Let's just get a little offensive line. QB, HB. How about wide receiver? We need a wide receiver. You get the idea. I bet you don't have OL. But you have guard, tackle, center. So let's say guard. Tackle. Center. And we need a tight end. We got a wide receiver, so we got quarterback, halfback. We need fullback maybe. Have your fullbacks listed? Probably with your tight ends. It's not going to hurt to have it in there. You just never run it. Basically, you see what they're doing. This macro is going to look on that sheet, check to see if those names show up on the roster, and if it does, get rid of them. Then you're left with your everything sorted nicely. Fullback, guard, tackle, center, tight end, wide receiver. I have a defensive line. Then you maybe might have linebacker. And I can do this for our 7 for 28 ones too. Linebacker, DB. You could have cornerbacks and safeties listed differently. Probably do. I better do cornerback. And then safety. I don't know what you have the other. Just tell me what your tabs are. I can fix it for you if you can't, you know. But I think it's pretty intuitive. So let's just say you have kick returner. And if it's kick returner and punt returner is on the same sheet and it's called something else, just change it to kick returner because you already have a kick returner here. Basically, there's nothing special about the name kick returner except it needs to look for that tab. I'm right, we call it returner. Your return is there. Yeah, I'm ready. And now I've got to go play a game of Civilization 6 with my kids, so I'm going to get rid of the rest of these. You get the idea. Close this up. I'm going to email this to you. It's going to have your tight end tab in there. Remember the trick with getting it into column B is make a column next to it, just start typing the names, and it'll intuitively know that if you type in Henry, Austin, Hooper, it's gonna, Hooper, comma Austin, Swoop, comma Eric is going to do the rest of them the same way. So just start from the top. Okay, so here you go, sending it to you, and when you're ready to run it, have all your different tabs here. Have your quarterback tab here. View macro, find duplicate quarterback, and then run that. Okay, so right now it's not going to work because there is no quarterback tab, but once you have it, it'll be ready to go. Okay, that's it. I'm shutting it down.